Golf clap. Congratulations. You got an offer on your house. Even better, you accepted it. So grab some champagne, start packing the moving truck, and consider this thing sold. Hold on, not exactly, because one of the biggest surprises for home sellers is this. Accepting an offer isn't the end of the transaction. In many ways, it is just the beginning. I remember working with sellers years ago who were thrilled when we accepted an offer. It was a really, really good offer. They were already mentally spending the money and planning on where they were going to do after closing. And I remember telling them, I'm excited too. But we're not across the finish line yet. And sure enough, a few days later, the home inspection came back with a list of items, and the buyer had some concerns, and suddenly everybody's excitement level was about 3 floors down. But we worked through it, kept everyone calm, solved the issues, and ultimately got to the closing. And that is pretty typical real estate. It's not the real estate agent's fault. It really isn't. Think of accepting an offer like getting engaged. We're all happy for you, but you're not married yet. And once that contract is signed, several things start happening. The buyer may have inspections. Their lender begins working through the financing. An appraiser may be ordered and title work gets started. Documents are flying around between realtor, lenders, title companies, and clients. And somewhere in the middle of all this, you're trying to figure out where you packed your coffee maker or your toilet paper. This is also where having an experienced realtor really becomes important. Getting an offer is one thing. Getting the offer all the way to closing is something entirely different. The inspection might uncover something unexpected. The appraiser could come back lower than the contract price. The buyer's lender might need additional documentation. The title issue might pop up, or sometimes the buyer simply gets nervous. It happens. It's not the real estate agent's fault. And this is real estate. Very few transactions go from contract to closing without at least 1 or 2 little bumps in the road. And here's something I want you sellers to remember. A bump in the road doesn't necessarily mean the sky is falling or the deal is falling apart. Sometimes it's just a bump. It's part of doing business. And my job as your realtor isn't to run in the room screaming, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. We have a problem. And there's some agents out there that do that. It's to look at the situation calmly and say, okay, what are our options? Can we negotiate this? Can we repair this? Can we document it? Can we solve it? And most of the time, we can. And frankly, a lot of what your realtor does during the part of the transactions where you never, ever, ever, ever see it. We're talking to the buyer's agent, checking with the lender, working with the title company, watching our deadlines, negotiating issues, and trying to keep 20 different plates spinning without letting one hit the floor. Like that circus act where they're spinning the plates. That's why my favorite phone call isn't, John, we got an offer. My favorite phone call is the one that I get to say at the end of the day, we are clear to close. Congratulations, we are done. We're closed. Because that's when you're sold your house. Not when they hang the contracts on, not when they put the sold sign up. So celebrate when you accept an offer. You should. And just understand we still got plenty of work to do before somebody hands you that check at the bank and the moving truck disappears down the road. So if you're thinking about selling your Maryland home and you'd like someone to explain this entire process before you ever put a sign in your front yard, give me a call. Ring-a-ding-a-ding. I'd be happy to sit down, have a cup of coffee, and walk you through it. No pressure, no obligation, just a conversation. And if you're still enjoying this series, hit that like and subscribe button, hit the notification bell for this, and stick around because, baby, we're coming to episode 7 where we're going to talk about one of the parts of selling a house that makes perfect, rational adults suddenly very, very, very nervous. I'll catch you in the next video.